Prologue. The 300th Demon King the First woke up. A candle illuminates the dimly lit stone room. When I look down, there is a magic formation shining with a bluish-white light. Where am I? Where is this place? I straighten up, and look around and survey my surroundings restlessly. I haven't seen a room like this before. For what reason am I in a place like this? No, in the first place. Who the heck am I? I mutter to myself as I can't remember anything. I don't even know my name. I'm at my wit's end, so I desperately try to dig up my memories. However, I can't remember anything at all. I'm uneasy. I'm anxious, I can't stand it. At such a time, I hear a high-pitched rhythmic sound far away. When I focus my attention towards the sound, there was a woman there. She was an exceptional beauty. Brown skin, white hair, and wolf's ears and tail. There's not only beauty but also dreadfulness. I see a soul that's extremely frozen, an overwhelming presence. Finally, you were born. I got tired of waiting. They were short words. However, there was joy in those words. There was resignation. There was envy. Every possible emotion was squeezed out in those words. I opened my mouth while being fascinated with her. Tell me, who are you? Where is this place? Who the hell am I? Upon hearing my question, the beautiful wolf woman weakly smiles. And then, she begins to talk. I am the Beast Demon King, Marchosias. Because you are special, you may call me March. March, do you know who I am? Of course, I know. You are a newly born Demon King. You're a Demon King just like me. March's shadow expands and from there, a blue wolf appeared. It jumps out from her shadow and leaps this way. Rank D Demon, Garm. It's a cruel demon who kills ordinary humans in the blink of an eye with its bite. Now, what will you do? I open my eyes wide. The blue wolf opens its mouth widely. Naturally, I decided to run away. I want to escape, however, my foot trembles and doesn't move. The blue wolf is steadily shortening the distance. I rolled to avoid the charge of the blue wolf just about. The body of the blue wolf passed before my eyes. Just before it passed, I hear a shrill sound. It's the sound of teeth striking against teeth. If I didn't avoid it, those sharp teeth would pierce my flesh. The blue wolf turns around, prepares, and leaps this way again. I fall on my back and can't get up. If this continues as is, I'll surely die. The wolf rushed towards me while drooling. I'm going to die. No, I don't want to die. I can't die. Isn't there something, anything I can do? A word comes to mind. I cling to that word and shot it. Creation. It was said nearly unconsciously. I use my power. Particles of light gathered in my hand, and the handgun, quartz 19 inches appeared. The bestseller automatic pistol developed by Austrian arms manufacturer. It is highly reliable although it is small, and its ammunition capacity is also numerous. The feeling of what I'm holding in my hand. Although I can't remember anything, I feel nostalgic. The moment when I held the gun, I calmed down. The world became slow. My heart is fired up, but my mind is calm. It is a usual thing. I only need to eliminate the threat in front of my eyes. The blue wolf leaps at me, I stare at it and take aim. And then, I rapid fire 3 times. The bullet pierced in the middle of its forehead. The blue wolf flipped, dropped against the ground and shrieked. Kian. I was surprised. The blue wolf that received a bullet in the middle of its forehead is still alive. It scowls at me while it was bleeding. I stand up and carefully approach it. I shoot continuously while looking down at the blue wolf. I shoot everything in the head. Quartz 19 has a capacity of 15 rounds. When I finished shooting, the blue wolf doesn't move an inch, it turned into blue particles and disappeared. Ha. When the threat before my eyes passed away, the fear returned suddenly. My teeth clatters. What the heck am I? How can I do such things? The answer crossed my mind. Unique skill. Creation was used. Able to materialize anything that exists in your memory. However, with your current magic power, summoning living beings is not possible. The MP consumption is equal to 1/10 of a gram. Unique skill, what the heck? First of all, congratulations in passing. You were able to draw out your power. I welcome the birth of the new Demon King. Demon King. That's right, Demon King. You will create new devils and demons and control them, one who will build and reign over a dungeon of malice, an existence that was chosen to have an overwhelming, unique skill, the 300th born into this world, the newest Demon King. Demon King, that's what I currently am. It doesn't feel real at all. You don't have to show an uneasy face. Until you become independent in 1 year, I'll become your parent. I will teach you what you need to know to become a Demon King. The woman in front of me smiles. The new life of me who has lost my memories has started. Volume 1 Chapter 1 Chapter 1. Demon King's work. But you still don't believe me, huh? Well, you wouldn't understand when I suddenly say you're a Demon King, right? It can't be helped, huh? I'll give you a demonstration. What kind of thing a Demon King is. She smiled wryly and turned around. Beast Demon King Marchosias, also known as March, and I followed. Even though her appearance is only a white-haired beauty with wolf ears and tail, there was something that makes you believe that she's a Demon King. She leads me to a narrow room. When I look at the mirror leant against the wall, there was a boy with a well-featured face in the middle of his teens. No way, this is me. Strangely, there is an uncomfortable feeling. And, in the middle of the room, a round crystal was placed on a white pedestal. When I quietly tried to reach out to the crystal, March grabbed my hand. Please don't touch it. That crystal is my life itself. If it's broken, I will lose all my power as a Demon King. You'll die. Well, although I say that, I don't mean it that way. I won't be able to create any more demons. The demons I created will all disappear, the dungeon vanishes and I'll lose my unique skill. Although there is life, as a Demon King, I'm as good as dead. I was a little relieved to hear that. But, I also feel uneasy at the same time. If it's as she says, then, since I'm a Demon King, somewhere, my crystal exists. Since I currently don't know the location of the crystal, and a Demon King's power is lost if it's broken, I cannot stay calm. You felt a sense of danger from that brief comment just now. You're quite perceptive. But, you don't need to worry. The crystal will appear after you make the dungeon. Conversely speaking, to you who doesn't have a dungeon, that thing that doesn't exist, right? A profound book made of parchment appears on her hands. March slowly opened the book. We are in the deepest part of my dungeon. Although I planned for it to be comfortable, I wonder if the appearance gives that impression. After saying so, a hologram appeared on the crystal. It showed a splendid but eerie castle. Even though I said dungeon, the appearance depends on the Demon King. There is the ordinary cave type, but something like my castle is also fine. You can choose a forest too. You should decide what kind of dungeon you want to make now to prepare for when you become independent. I can't understand the things you said just now. What do you mean by becoming independent? Ah, I forgot to say. For newly born Demon Kings, they will study under a senior Demon King for 1 year, and they independently create their dungeon afterwards. In other words, I am your guardian for 1 year. Therefore, I'll kindly teach you like this. Shamelessly saying that when you suddenly said a blue wolf. Well then, let's prepare how to make the dungeon. Repeat after me, right? Yes, let's see, right. A book appears on my hand. I naturally open it. Then, there was a written page about dungeon making. From the list there, choose what you like and combine them. First is the exterior. It's the scenery that one can see from the outside. Pick something that fits your preference. The interior has distorted space-time. My dungeon is much wider than what others see outside, filled with numerous levels. I smoothly turn the page. It's as she said, there are various appearances provided. There is DP written in all the pages. What is this DP? Dungeon points. It's what we Demon Kings desperately collect. You can exchange DP for different things and obtain what's written. For comparison, the exterior that fits my taste are expensive. But, the performance doesn't change. However, for the interior, I wonder if the efficiency corresponds to its cost. Interior. As for that, isn't it faster if I show it to you? Like that, the previous view from the hologram on the crystal changed. My dungeon is a level-type dungeon, the type that goes higher and higher. One level splits up into 3 rooms, so I purchase 3 rooms. For the first floor of my dungeon, I buy an inexpensive stone corridor. As she says, there is nothing but a winding path made of stone. In the upper levels, I purchase rooms with expensive traps, but there is nothing like that on the first floor. When I looked at the hologram, there was a human fighting against a kobold. A kobold is a dog demon that can walk on 2 legs. Compared to the blue wolf Garm I fought against, it looks like a puppy. The man defeated the kobold, and did a guts pose. The view changed again. The next view was of a man showing greed to pick up the treasure chest. Why are you not using something like that blue wolf that I fought against a while ago? If it was to fight against someone like that man, who was having a close fight against a kobold a while ago, there's a high chance he would easily get killed. I don't understand. If you think about repelling intruders, you should place the strong demons that you created on the first floor. It's not possible. DP is a human's life force. Strong emotions such as fear, despair, and greed are particularly delicious. By gathering people in this dungeon, DP will flow into my hands. Although I'll receive a lot of DP if someone's killed, when there are powerful demons at the start, not many humans will come. That's why it's best to place demons that can moderately defeat them, isn't it? Is the treasure chest a while ago also bait to make humans gather? That's right. That's exactly it. By the way, people come here to become stronger. They become stronger through gaining levels by defeating demons. They obtain treasures, get stronger, then return completely satisfied. On the other hand, the Demon King gets DP, everyone's happy. Incidentally, the powerful demons are placed in the upper levels since the XP gained from them is higher. I also benefit from the obtained DP from the strong humans. If you arrange the strength of the demons from the lower levels up to the upper levels, you can accumulate a lot of DP from both the weak and strong humans you gathered. I see, so that was the plan. For a Demon King to obtain DP, they need to be welcoming. If that is the case, the treasure is loudly set up, and the powerful demon is instructed to lose on purpose. I don't do that, you know. After all, the treasure setup is something exchanged with DP, and the demon isn't free of charge either. While a lot of people come to take it, it's the perfect time for a Demon King to turn black-hearted, isn't it? If by any chance, someone reaches the innermost part, it's the end if the crystal gets broken or he'll get killed. It unexpectedly requires much effort. A Demon King usually buys rooms filled with expensive traps for the last level like I do. An advantageous field for myself is also prepared to compensate. I gulp my saliva. I learned of both the difficulty and fun of a Demon King's work. However, I have one question. We use humans' emotion as nourishment, don't we? And although you said to use demons and treasures as bait to gather people, why must such an inefficient thing be done? To my question, March tilts her head. What do you mean? Well, to gather people and simply let them live, I think. Rather, stopping the dungeon and making it into a town. Then, you should be able to earn DP for 24 hours. When I said such words, March laughed and raised her voice. It's reasonable, but it's difficult. The efficiency of obtaining DP goes up when strong emotions come out. A battle of life and death. The excitement of acquiring treasures. Battles are the most efficient way to obtain DP. Really. That might be the case if you look one by one, however, if 100 times of people live for a long time, the efficiency might turn over, wouldn't it? There was a desire in me that doesn't want to kill other people for some reason. Is it related to my lost memories? It's contradictory that I am a man that can collect myself even though I'm holding a handgun. It might be so. If that's the case, it might be better if you aim to be a Demon King like that. Only the Demon King's fate, that's the Demon King way. You're ready to walk on your path. That's right, huh? I'll do that. However, I want to study properly before that. As of now, it's only an empty dream. Good mental attitude. Since I already showed you how to make a dungeon, next I'll show demon creation, in a sense, a Demon King's real pleasure. Demon creation. How are demons created? My curiosity was piqued. Volume 1 Chapter 2 Chapter 2. First Demon Creation Beast Demon King Marchosias declared that she would show how to create demons. Although it's important to make a dungeon, creating demons is important too. Anyhow, demons protect us Demon Kings, they also act as bait to lure humans. It seems that it's like that. So basically, people come to raise their levels. It's useless if there isn't any demon. And, there are two very different ways to obtain demons. First, is to use DP. You can ascertain the strength of a demon through their rank. There are 8 stages in total ranging from G rank to S rank. However, it's only possible to buy rank G and rank F demons with DP. Why can only weak demons be purchased? There is an exception. When you have created a powerful demon aside from those exchanged with DP, it becomes possible to buy that demon and demons 2 ranks below in the same family. For example, because I have created rank A Cerberus, I can buy rank C Orthrus with DP. I see. In other words, if I want to prepare powerful demons, I should create demons without using DP, huh? I'll give a demonstration. How to create demons without using DP. I'll use a Demon King's personal medal. Watch and learn. Discharge. Shortly saying so, a medal engraved with a golden wolf appeared. It seems like it has an intense power hidden. I sense a strong magical power. March threw it to me. The moment I held it, information about the medal flowed into my head. Beast medal. Rank A gives beast attribute to the created demon. Large correction to physical ability and vitality. Each Demon King can create a medal engraved with their personal symbol once a month. In my case, it's the beast medal. When you combine two medals, a demon gets created. You should also try chanting discharge. It seems interesting. I'll try it. Discharge. A medal appears on my hand. A medal engraved with two intertwined spirals. I identify it to get more information. Creation medal. Rank A. It can be used to synthesize with two medals other than creation, including the original, to create a demon. The manufacturer can change the attribute of the medal to what he desires and use it for synthesis. Also, from an innumerable possibility, there is the likelihood that what you desire will be picked. You can change the attribute once and never again. What the heck is this? Usually, two medals are used to create a demon, and yet, I can't create one if I don't have three medals. Isn't this surprisingly inconvenient? Now then, let's create a new demon with my beast medal and yours. A terribly powerful demon should be born from two original medals. March stares at me with eyes full of expectation. However, unfortunately, I can't create a demon with my medal. I'm sorry, but I can't make it. Here, look at my medal. I throw the medal to her. Since I was able to identify more information about her beast medal, perhaps she could do the same to my creation medal. March's complexion changed. What's with this unreasonable medal? No matter how you put it, is too strong. With an expression dyed in astonishment. Impossible, she mutters so. Is that so? Listen, a demon's strength is proportional to the energy from the medal used to create it. When three medals are needed instead of two, it's irregular but also a good thing. Besides, creation is a rank A medal. That the energy from the rank A medal, which is a plus as it is, will still increase. Although only that can already be said to be unfair, why is even the attribute you like also given? It even has the likelihood to be chosen from countless possibilities. March snorts rudely. That's amazing. How can that not be anything but amazing? Demon Kings have a hard time collecting medals with symbols of other Demon Kings' attributes needed to make different demons. However, what I'm saying is, as long as you have creation, you can choose which attribute to get, and it's possible to create any demon. Now that she mentions it, that's true. In that case, I can be proud of its terrific versatility that I can get what attribute I want and take it at face value. Besides, different demons sometimes appear even if the same Demon King creates a demon using the same medal. For example, even if I use my beast medal, I'm not clear if a lion, a wolf or a hamster will come out. As long as it's a beast, then anything is possible. However, with that creation, you can choose among all the possibilities. There is no such unreasonableness, you know. I gulp my saliva. No matter how I hear it, this medal is so efficient that it's broken. You better not tell your medal's efficiency to other Demon Kings. Is telling it to March okay? I am your guardian, so isn't it fine? Besides, I already. However, this is troublesome. A demon can't be created with only my beast in your creation, huh? Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Consider this a large service. I'll also give this. It's a medal I obtained from another Demon King. Moreover, this is an original and not an imitate. There are 3 rank A medals. What kind of monster will come out? I can't stop shaking. March puts the beast, creation and also flame medals on my palms. Flame medal. Rank A gives flame attribute to the created demon. Large correction to vitality, physical ability and magic attack power. This medal is also a ranked. It seems that a rank A medal is considerably rare judging from her tone. Now then, hold the medals tightly, then chant synthesis. The feeling of expectation makes my heart beat quickly. I bow, pray, then begin to talk. Synthesis. Light peeks through my palms. A dazzling light. The heat rages. I gently opened my hands, light began to leak. Shadows form in the air. The scene where beast and flame become one floats in my mind. Every possibility floats one after another. Among those, I instinctively grab one possibility. Furthermore, with the ability of creation, I add one last piece to my demon that I couldn't find. What do I want? What I want for this new life, I have decided on the answer. For my first creation, a friend is good. We can spend time together for a long time, talk together, and laugh together. I change creation into human. I add the human attribute to beast and flame. And now, a new life is complete. The light stops. She was there. Golden hair similar to molten gold tied up with a golden pin, fox ears with black tips. And, fluffy and soft fox tail. Above all, she was beautiful. A girl in the first half of her teens. Her body is full of dangerous charm. No way, Tenko. There is practically no such demon in the territory of a demon king's rank. This is the first time I have seen one. Macha's pupils are showing mixed fear and excitement. I also can't stop shaking from the girl's hidden power. Ellipsis ellipsis. The girl opens her eyes, she has red pupils. Her eyes looked at me straight. I lost my voice to her excessive beauty. The girl's lips, which have a healthy color, open. Otu-san. And then, she jumped at me. At that appearance, there is not a bit of that mysterious atmosphere just a little while ago. Chapter 3. Tenko. Otu-san, Otu-san. A beautiful fox-eared girl around 12 years old was calling me Otu-san while embracing and rubbing her cheeks on my chest. She's warm and soft, and adorable. It became like this somehow. Nice to meet you. I'm the one who created you. My name is. Let's see, what was it again? Come to think of it, I haven't remembered my name yet. I separate from the beautiful fox-eared girl. She looks at me with curiosity. I forgot to tell you. Demon King of Creation Procell. That is your name. March kindly tells that to me. Procell. It feels comfortable when I mutter it. Demon King of Creation Procell, that's my name. Since March knows about my name that I don't even know, does that mean that you also know about my past? No, I don't know anything about it. I only came here because I was requested to look after the newly born Demon King of Creation Procell. Other than that, I don't know anything about you. I was born a little while ago. Doesn't that mean that I didn't exist in the past until I met March? Judging from Macha's story, I'm a baby that's less than 1 day old. That's right. You are a newborn baby. Well, for a demon king who was born with some education and knowledge, it's easy to misunderstand. However, you didn't exist in the past. That's a lie. Even if I can't remember, I'm sure of that. Because, when I was fighting the Blue Wolf, I summoned the automatic pistol called Quartz 19 with creation. Still, my creation is creation, able to materialize anything that exists in your memory. However, with your current magic power, summoning living beings is not possible. MP consumption is equal to 1/10 of a gram. In other words, I have knowledge of Quartz 19. It is impossible that my past doesn't exist. However, even if I ask her, it might be pointless. Otu-san. Isn't it mean for you to talk to other people even though I'm talking? The beautiful fox-eared girl puffs her cheeks. When I nearly unconsciously pat her head, she seemed comfortable and closed her eyes. What a cute creature. Sorry, I'll introduce myself again. I am Demon King of Creation Procell. You can call me Procell. I understand. Procell-sama. But, Otu-san is okay too, right? Is calling you that no good? The beautiful fox-eared girl looks at me with upturned eyes. Otu-san, I repeat the sweet word in my mind many times. Of course, it's okay. It's because I'm your Otu-san, right? Yes, musical note. The girl clings around my neck. She clings with even more strength and wags her fluffy fox tail. Otu-san, I like you very much. I'll introduce myself next. My race is Tenko. I'm really strong. My name is as yet I have no name. Are you Natsumi Soseki? Such a Tsukomi came out. Huh. Who is Natsumi Soseki? Is it related to my missing memories? In the first place, what the heck am I before I became a demon king? Otu-san, please give me a name. I want you to give me a name, Otu-san. The beautiful fox-eared girl lets go of her embrace and looks at me with upturned eyes. Of course, it must be good. I must think of a cute name. Alright, I thought of an excellent name. Your name is The moment I tried to tell the name, March closes my mouth. Stop. A demon king shouldn't bestow a name to his subordinates carelessly, especially for the first three. As expected of a Tenko. To think about that, how cunning. March informs me since I'm a little flustered. The beautiful fox-eared girl separates from me a little and avoids my gaze. Listen, when a demon acquires a name, it's the only one in their entire race that becomes a unique monster. In the case of the Demon King, their souls will become connected. Your power gets distributed, and conversely, the demon's power is received. The strength of the connection referred to as Demon's Oath is remarkably different for the first three in particular. It's not possible to redo it. If there is no resolution to be together for their whole life, you must not do it. My head that was blindly caught up due to the cuteness of the beautiful fox-eared girl suddenly calmed down. Tenko, a high-ranked demon with flame attribute and beast attribute. They have overwhelming strength, excellent unique ability, and are also intelligent. However, without closely looking at the personality and affinity but only at the ability, you should not bestow a name. You had lost your right to make a demon's oath, which cannot be done easily except for the first three only. March glares at the beautiful fox-eared girl. Then, the beautiful fox-eared girl averts her face. She awkwardly whistled. To be honest, this child might be black-hearted. The demon created by the Demon King has absolute obedience, and cannot damage the Demon King. However, it does not mean that they don't have self-interest. It's necessary to be careful of a demon with intelligence. Isn't that right, Tenko? The beautiful fox-eared girl cannot bear Macha's cross-examination anymore and for some reason, somersaults. The girl's appearance transformed into a lovely fox cub. The cuteness and fluffiness are different from her previous appearance, her paws are pitch black. I'm just a fox cub, that's why I can't understand such difficult things. She says in a cheerful tone. She's obviously dodging the question. But still she's too cute. I couldn't endure and hug the fox cub. It's fluffy and silky, hugging it is the best feeling. It's because you're just a fox cub, right? You only wanted a name, didn't you? It is as Otu-san says, I only wanted to have a name. My heart wavers. However, it still cannot be done. I gently lower the fox cub. Although I want to give you a name, I'll do it after I confirm your strength and personality. The moment when I believe that we can live together for a long time, I'll give you a name once again. Until then, I'll call you by your race, Tenko. I understand. I'll appeal to the fullest extent to Otu-san to show how helpful I am. And then I'll get a name. In an instant, Tenko's uninterested facial expression quickly seems to be floating. Her selfishness is very high. However, that impolite part of her is also cute. Phew, that was dangerous. Basically, as a demon king, for your first demon to have a high intelligence and to be able to use a language, although I'd like to avoid it, there must be something about you. I tilt my head. Why? Isn't it easier to give instructions if it can speak and if the head is good? March shakes her head to my words. You can get deceived just like now, above all, they have emotions. The demons used against humans as shields for us, demon kings, are called expendable supplies. Speaking of, in the case of an emergency, they are unusable demons. What? There's such a thing. I don't have to worry. It's alright. I won't kill using this child. This child is my first demon. I created this child wishing that we will be together for a long time. Fighting and surviving together. That's why it's alright, and although it's cold-hearted, I'll properly make demons used for killing and create them with corresponding ability. I'm a little relieved. You sounded a little scary. In some way, you might be crueler than other demon kings. March smiles wryly. And, she claps her hands. I'll teach you another thing. You can see the level of a creature of this world if you observe the other party. And, in the case of a demon king, it's possible to see the specific status of their created demons. Well, it's even possible to peek into others' demons if they have a skill like me. You should look at the status of the Tenko. I understand. Tenko. I'll take a look. Okay. Musical note. Because the Tenko in the form of a fox cub raised her voice in agreement, I look at her status. Race. Tenko S. Rank name. Unnamed level. 1 Strength S. Endurance B plus Agility S. Magical Power S plus Luck A. Uniqueness X. Skills. Transformation Ruler of Flame. Complete Magic Immunity. Extreme Speed. Enhanced Reflexes. Future Sight. I see. So this is status, huh? It shows the rank in the status. That's right. The most important thing is the race's rank. For example, the status has a relation to the rank, so it means that there is a difference between an A rank race and an S rank race. An S rank race with A stats is comparable to an A rank with A plus stats and a B rank with S stats. When you raise the level, the ability rises according to the rank in status. A straightforward explanation. I try to look at the Tenko's status based on it. S rank race and all stats are very high level. Hey, no matter where you look at, Tenko's status is quite broken, isn't it? It is extremely broken, right? That's the power of your creation medal. In the first place, a demon king cannot create an S-rank demon. I might get a reward from my superior. 3 medals are used instead of the usual 2, and in addition to that a rank medals were used entirely. It might be the reason that a demon with unreasonable power was born. Ahem, Tenko is strong, you know. The lovely fox cub, whether or not she's aware of our feelings, proudly throws out her chest. Who will believe that such a cute fox cub has an overwhelming strength? I understand how to create demons. On that note, let's steadily create more demons. A battle needs numbers. A strong demon, when surrounded by several times its number, won't be able to do anything. Then, I suddenly remember. A demon king can only make a medal once a month. That's too long. The remaining time span is too long. Well, that's the case when using original medals. There is the limit of once a month. It's also a problem if a demon king uses only their medals every time. Exchanging with other demon kings is an important strategy. It certainly seems so. Especially for me who needs 2 more medals besides my medal. This time, I was able to receive the medals thanks to Matcha's favor, but it won't be like that every time. I need to get other demon kings medals by my power. I understand. There are 3 ways to create demons. First, buying weak G rank and F rank demons with DP. Another is buying once created demons and 2 ranks below it in the same family with DP. And last is through synthesis of your created medals with other demon kings medals obtained through negotiations. These are the 3 key points. I will probably focus on the second option. G and F are too weak and useless. And for the third method, there is a limit of once a month. If that's the case, I'll focus on using the second method and create a lot of demons with moderate strength. For instance, I have created an S-rank Tenko so it's possible to buy her and B-rank demons in the same family. This is great. However, I have to continue using the third method of synthesizing medals to increase the variation of demons that I can buy with the second method. I'll add another thing. To be honest, there is a loophole in medal synthesis. A while ago, I talked about original medals and imitation medals, right? I'll teach you about its meaning, effectiveness and practical use. We use them a lot. And, March Sensei's demon course continues. Imitation, the direct translation is counterfeit or fake. Which reminds me, my creation medal cannot be used in synthesis if the other medals are not original. What is an imitation medal? Chapter 4. Imitation medal. I think that you also noticed it, but it's immensely difficult to have several strong demons using the methods I taught thus far. I nod. After all, the fact that Demon King medals can be used only once a month is a bottleneck. But, the method is sufficiently prepared. Now then, let's summon the Demon King's book. Spell. In response to my words, a thick book made of parchment appeared on top of my hands. Turn the page while thinking about medals. Upon doing what she says, a page about medals came in sight. Surely, the 3 medals, Beast, Flame, and Creation, were written there. I check the page. But, March, it's different. What's written on the page are Beast, Flame and Human. No way. March looks at my page. I see, so that's the reason. Originally, we Demon Kings can obtain only the medals we used for synthesis by exchanging them with DP. That's good, and it sounds simple. It's something like you can use the medal as much as you want, isn't it? The removal of the once a month condition saves me a lot of trouble. It states that the exchange rate with DP is 500 PT. If you take into consideration that you use at least 2 medals, you can create a demon with 1000 PT. Well, it's impossible to be the same as the real thing. An original medal is a medal that a Demon King creates. An imitation medal is a medal exchanged with DP but, its rank drops by 1 compared to the original. Is anything wrong if the rank drops? I think that it's probably related to the rank of the demon that is born, but I'll confirm it just in case. I wonder why was the imitation of human recorded on it and not creation, but let's talk about that first. March coughed and started her explanation. For instance, my beast is a rank, however, an imitation drops to B rank. A demon's rank has a direct connection to the metal's rank. For example, if both of the metals used are a rank, then there is a 2/3 probability that the demon will be a rank and a 1/3 probability that it will be B rank. If one metal is a rank and the other is B rank, then there is a 2/3 probability that the demon will be B rank and a 1/3 probability that it will be a rank. So it's like that after all, huh? There is a huge disadvantage. The S-rank Tenko might not have been made using an imitation metal. At most, an A-rank demon. By the way, although you can repeatedly use an imitation in synthesis, the metal cannot be exchanged back to DP. For this reason, we Demon Kings desperately want other Demon Kings' metal, conversely, why we don't want to give our original metals to another person. Anyhow, the rank falls, but you can use the metal as much as you want. I don't exchange them. I don't make original metals used as materials unless in extreme circumstances either. I hand over imitations. Even though we get an imitation, we are still thankful. Because it's possible to use those that aren't in stock in synthesis. Exactly. It might be that the most used attribute in synthesis of us Demon Kings are our own. If you let the other party use it freely, the kinds of demons on your hand might get exposed. I hope that you keep that in mind. A Demon King is always aiming at other Demon Kings' metals, thus, I hope your understanding increased once again about your quite broken metal. Now then, I wonder why was human instead of creation added to the imitations entry. A complete change from her previous tone with a feeling of tension, March mutters in an amazed tone. When using your creation metal, you can create an imitation of not creation itself, but instead that of the result of what you desire to use during the synthesis process. Other Demon Kings have a hard time obtaining original metals through stealing or by making transactions. While they are honestly increasing their repertory, you can steadily increase your repertory on your own every time you synthesize. By the way, I certainly changed creation into human when I made Tenko. I agree with you. Creation has a limitation that its attribute can change only once and never again. It seems like it corresponds to that. It's troublesome that the human attribute I used cannot be used anymore. My creation metal is like so. Creation metal. Rank A. It can be used to synthesize with two metals other than creation, including the original, to create a demon. The manufacturer can change the attribute of the metal to what he desires and use it for synthesis. Also, from an innumerable possibility, there is the likelihood that what you desire will be picked. You can change the attribute once and never again. Bear in mind that it's very enviable and can urge others to kill. Have you thought about how much troubles we Demon Kings go through to obtain other Demon Kings' metals? Macha's eyes aren't laughing. Fufufu, Tenko's Otu-san is amazing. Tenko is proud for some reason. But I noticed a flaw at the same time. It isn't only a good thing. Other Demon Kings can make a strong demon by combining an imitation, but it's not possible for me. Well, that's certainly so. As for me, it only needs my original beast metal and a B rank imitation metal, but it usually results in B rank. A rank if I'm lucky. But in your case, you can't make anything without other Demon King's original metals. Creation, S demerit. It's quite large that it's no good for at least one to not be an original metal. A power that relies on other Demon King's original metals. For this reason, its efficiency might not be too broken. I must think about various methods on how to obtain original metals. A stable joint ownership is required. While other Demon Kings continue to increase the number of their A-rank demons, it's too wasteful to not use creation metal and to let it decay. Exchanging creation is the easy way, but, for the sake of concealing its secret, I can't do that. March, thank you for teaching me. I can make use of imitation metals. Even if creation is not used, it's possible to create a B-rank demon with two B-rank imitation metals. Understanding that is already an achievement. I can make demons with moderate strength as long as I have DP. Also, now that I look at the book, because I made Tenko, it's possible to buy demons 2 ranks below its same family up to Yuko. It should be reliable because it is B rank. The family of Tenko ranges from S rank Tenko, a rank Kyubi, to B rank Yuko. I understand that I'm able to create a demon with moderate strength if I put my mind into it, but it seems troublesome to raise the demons from level 1 every time. Unnoticed, as she got tired of my conversation with March, Tenko in her fox cub form was curled up and sleeping. She is level 1, so that means that all demons born from now on should also be level 1. Even though it's a high-rank demon, it's useless if it's level 1. Huh. You said a strange thing. When synthesizing a demon, you should be able to choose, you know. If you will create it with a level that corresponds to its race, or if you will choose a fixed level. If you choose the former, level 1 is the maximum level, but in exchange, the demon's status is better. If there is no attachment, or if there is no intention to make them an executive candidate, you should choose a fixed level. Seriously. I didn't notice. I'll try to be conscious of that from now on. At the time I was creating Tenko, I wished for an existence that will be with me for a long time. Therefore, probably, I unconsciously chose a demon that can grow. For the moment, I think I'll create demons with a fixed level. First of all, I want to prepare the 3 demons that will perform the demon's oath. I plan to make those 3 be the strongest companions I can believe in until the last moment. High-leveled, but it is impossible in synthesis to change the level and still have high ability. Other than that, I'm more interested in something. I understand that I can do it with DP, but how do you obtain DP in the first place? That's the biggest problem. At any rate, I know that I own nothing but 50 point from the Open Demon King's book. An imitation medal costs 500 PT. It's an insignificant amount when I think about it. You automatically get it from people who enter your dungeon, but it's impossible since you still don't have a dungeon. When a demon or human gets killed, another method you can earn DP is by directly eating their soul. A demon king can do that, you know. In fact, you ate my garm to obtain DP. I see, because of that there is only 50 DP, huh? I didn't seriously consider the latter. Although she said that she would teach me how to be a demon king for 1 year, conversely speaking, it's a preparatory phase to some extent. I must hasten my preparations to become independent. The 3 demons that will become my bodyguards should at least take the demon's oath, and I want them to have high levels. And then, your allowance. The senior demon king has an obligation to give an allowance to the junior demon king. 3 original medals and 2000 DP. On the contrary, the rule states that I must not give more than this. I already gave you Beast and Flame, that's why I'll give you 1 more medal, Earth. Next is DP. March touches my demon king's book. Then, the balance increased and became 2050 DP. Unless you kill a human being or a demon, you can only use 2050 DP and also 1 medal for 1 year, so you should seriously think about how you're gonna use them, you know. For the time being, I'll prepare a hunting ground in this dungeon. When your level rises to some extent, the hunting ground outside of my dungeon is very efficient and also dangerous. I nod. And, while I was desperately nodding, I thought about how I'll use the 2000 DP. If I spend it only on imitation medals, I'll make 4 medals, and end up with 2 demons of B rank or below. My future will be decided by how I use this. Chapter 5. The Power of Creation. After I made a monster, we parted ways. I was taught by Marcho the ability demon lords possess that lets their monsters reside in another dimension. During their stay on the other dimension, time stops for them and their current condition don't change. I also heard that whenever I wanted to, they can always be summoned. However, only 10 monsters could reside in the other dimension. It seemed like the demon lord had to prepare a residence in his own dungeon for every monster exceeding this limit. But it seems like this storage, rather than to make the management of monsters easier to do, it was more for being able to summon, at any time, the monsters that the demon lord was keeping as his fighting force. It certainly looked like it. It's reassuring to know that you could summon your strongest trump card anytime. Couple that with the chance for surprise attacks and its value will probably go higher. For example, one could do something like march into the center of a town, then summon vile monsters and let them run loose. So for those reason, Tenko, won't you go into my storage? Don't want to. I wanna be together with Odo-san. She vigorously shook her head. At the moment, she wasn't in her fox cub form but rather in her 12-year-old, fox-eared girl form. But we only have 1 bed. Marcho brought us to a residential area in the 32nd floor of her dungeon and introduced us to a succubus, the boss of that level. It looked like the monsters that populated this area were mostly humanoid monsters. They were all so busy. This being the 32nd floor would mean that there were 31 other floors beside it, and those floors should have monsters stationed in them. What the heck, could Marcho possibly be followed by hundreds of monsters? And since the place we've been brought to was a residential area, a great number of houses were lined up. We were given one of those houses to be used as we wished. The house was filled with a complete set of common furniture and had everything one would need taken care of. However, the house was probably built for someone living alone and thus only had one bed. Then, I'll sleep together with Odo-san. Tenko wants to sleep with Odo-san. Her eyes lit up as she said those words, as if the plan she thought of was a brilliant one. Although we are a demon lord and his monster, we're also a boy and a girl. Even so, Odo-san is Odo-san. You won't do weird things to me, right? She inclined her head and looked at my face. To the question of this pure and innocent little girl, there was but one reply. Of course I won't. I'm your Odo-san, so I won't ever do weird things to you. Then, can we sleep together? Of course. Yay. Musical note. Tenko smiled and embraced me. There was one thing I noticed. This child, whenever she's happy, she says yay. I found her peculiar intonation which rises at the end of it to be pleasant. Shall we eat first before going to sleep? Eat. She tilted her head in bewilderment. Well, I guess it's because of one of the common general knowledge demon lords and monsters were born with that says we have no need of food. We could eat, but it would only be for the taste and nothing more. Want to do an experiment? I brought her to the dining room. I set the table with dishes as well as forks and knives. She was puzzled as she took a seat. Creation, I used my own unique skill. Unique skill. Creation has been demonstrated. It materializes certain things from your memories. However, things having a trace of magical power as well as living things can't be materialized. The consumption of MP is 1/10 of the weight of the materialized object in grams. I couldn't remember anything about myself, but when I thought about food, numerous menu items came flowing into my mind. First, I poured some corn soup to a dish followed by steaks into another. I also lined up some French bread on the dining table. Whoa, so amazing. Odo-san can also make something like this. It's delicious. Her being a fox monster, meat was her favorite kind of food, so her eyes were glued on the steak. Not to mention, this was a steak that had a pound, 450 grams, of thick juices dripping from it. She'll probably be quite full with this. Can I eat it? Yes, you can, but before that, join your hands together and say itadakimasu. Odo-san, what's that? It's my first time to hear a ceremony like that. Ceremony. Thinking about, it looked like one. There was no meaning behind it, but I felt that it was only natural to do so. I don't remember why, but it feels weird if I don't do it. Will you not put your hands together for me? I understand, Odo-san. I first showed her how, and when she learned it, she also joined her hands together. Itadakimasu, and so, the two of us began our meal. Tenko ate her meal by skillfully using her fork and knife. Then again, she's a highly intelligent monster after all. And then, in a blink of an eye, the steak was gone. Tenko looked at her emptied plate and a look of dissatisfaction was visible on her face, so I used creation to make her another serving. When I did so, she flashed a smile like a flower in bloom. Odo-san, thank you. She said so as she wagged her fox tail. By the time I finished eating, she was also done with her seconds. It was delicious. Odo-san's so amazing for making a feast like that with magic. I didn't think that I can also make food with it, so even I was surprised. My unique skill was quite useful. I remembered about my status and checked my MP. MP, 1752,000. My MP had decreased by about 250. 1/10 of the weight in grams. The cuisine I had created then was exactly 2.5 kilogram. If continued until I've exhausted all of my MP, I can make anything I wished until it all weighed a total of 20 kilogram. Odo-san, what will we do after this? I'm thinking on whether I should create some weapons. MP will recover with the passage of time. If my physical condition isn't good, the recovery will be less, but under normal conditions, I would recover about 50 MP in an hour. But one can't recover more than what their maximum MP will allow. So for me who can create useful tools with my MP, letting it stay at its maximum value and not do anything with it is an awful waste. Are you gonna make weapons with the magic you've used to create the feast? Yeah, I can make anything in my memory except for living things as well as the things that have magic power running inside of it. If ever I could make things that contained magic power, I would have mass-produced metals. The fact that I couldn't was disappointing. And then, I thought of something. It was about F and G rank monsters. If I let those guys carry murderous weapons, wouldn't I then be able to create a powerful army at a low cost? G rank's monsters were extremely cheap, with a skeleton costing only 20 DP. Creation, I activated the sorcery of creation. What I was making was a weapon referred to as an assault rifle. M and KMK 416 length, 560 mm. Weight, 3.09 kg. Clip size, 30 rounds. Rate of fire 850 rounds per minute. Effective firing range, 400 meters. The M and KMK 416 is, even among a great many assault rifles, considered an excellent machine for its overwhelming durability and reliability. It can even be shot after it had been drenched in muddy water. If the monsters, who were novices when it came to guns, were to use them within the dungeon, it was better to put more importance on the gun's durability and reliability rather than its performance. My MP decreased. MP, 1452,000. Given the amount of MP I recover per hour, it was possible to make an M and KMK 416 within 6 hours. And 4 of it in a day. Furthermore, 120 in a month. Having around 100 skeletons that carried and mastered firing assault rifles would be interesting. I'll diligently make that happen. Oto-san, or those weird iron rods weapons. They don't look all that powerful to me. It's an unbelievably strong weapon. It far surpasses anything like a great sword. The 5.56 mm x45 caliber may be small, but that just means it's easy to handle. This thing that can fire 850 rounds per minute with each once having a speed of 890 meters per second was by no means weak. However, Tenko was looking at me with eyes full of doubt. I guess it can't be helped. Then, I'll show you its power. Let's go to the maelstrom that Marcho told us about. From what Marcho had said, one would have to hunt monsters in order to gain some levels. Marcho had given us permission to freely use maelstroms, one from which C-rank monsters comes out and 2 of which that produces D-rank monsters. She said that if the ones that I hunted were the monsters that regularly come out of the maelstroms, then it wouldn't hurt her pockets since it looks like that by paying for 100 times the amount of a monster when buying them with DP, it's possible to purchase a maelstrom which gushes out that kind of monster once a day. Beyond that, she also said that she would tell me of better hunting grounds outside of her dungeon after we've gained some levels. Before all of that though, I'll go use these maelstroms and show Tenko the power of an assault rifle.